Yo, my peoples, what's up? Welcome to the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Jason, and today I have for you a game of Duffers. Duffers is a golf-inspired game, card-based game. I'm going to be showing you the solo mode for this 1-to-4 player game. So this game's a little bit, I have to do it a little bit differently because the solitaire mode is extremely different than the multiplayer mode. The multiplayer mode is probably the core mode of the game, which is a deck builder. It says so on the box. The solitaire mode is more of a card management, hand management, and the kind of like Klondike Solitaire game. Klondike Solitaire is not a deck builder, you may have noticed. But we are the one-stop co-op shop. I am going to show you the solo mode. I think that in order to present the game in the best light, I do need to run through at least the multiplayer rules. So I'm going to do so right now and then come back, present the solo, and run through a little bit so you can get a sense for how the solo plays. We are the one-stop co-op shop. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. Please check us out on Patreon. A contribution would be great. Or just, pop by and comment on any of the videos. Look at our Twitter and our Facebook. We're everywhere where gamers hang out. The One Stop Co-op Shop tries to bring gaming goodness, solo goodness, cooperative goodness to you. All right, so let us get on with some rules explanation, and then I'll come back to the table and show y'all Duffers. All right, welcome to a game fully laid out of Duffers. I have a 2-player game laid out. It goes up to 4. Solo mode is completely different. I will show you that at the end of this multiplayer rules explanation. So you can see it's a big board, lots of stuff, 2 different market setups, and oversized areas. These 9 cards represent the 9 holes that you will try to complete during a game of Duffers. I have this neoprene mat. This is sold separately. I recommend this simply in order to get clarity, lay things out, and make sure that everything is okay. But it is not necessary. You can just play with the basic components. All right, so this is a deck builder. I know this looks like a lot, but it comes together if you've played any deck builder in your past gaming life. This will come together pretty quickly. Let me go ahead and show you a starting player hand. There's 2 types of cards. These are terrible. Don't worry about these for now. I'll show you those in a second. But for the most part, these are where the money is at. So this is a chip shot card, and it has 2 different possible functions. First, you could play it onto one of these holes. It will give you some yardage and tell you how many strokes. That matters for your score. Or you can play it for its credit value and go shopping in the market, which I'll show you in just a second. So as your deck develops, you can have better and better cards. You can actually do multiple actions in a turn. Say you want to play a couple of cards in order to make a shot, a couple of cards in order to shop in the market. But for the most part, 1 card equals 1 action, either one of these 2 things. All right, let me go ahead and show you the market. All right, so I have zoomed in on the market, which is one of the possible actions on a turn. I'm going to show you the market first, really because while it's not the core action of the game, you absolutely need to go after the market pretty hard early in order to have a prayer of completing any of the holes and scoring points. Okay, so reverse style market, when you buy a card, another card will pop out of a deck, and this is a giant deck, and I think the game does a pretty good job of not a lot of repeats, variations on themes, but you get different things. You're going to have a different look. It'll take you a couple games to see everything. Okay, so the main heart of the game are these driver cards. That's how you generate the yardage that you need in order to accomplish holes. So there's lots and lots of these in the deck. So then lots of yardage over here. 275 yards is huge, but oh my God, look at that credit. That's not such a good thing. An example of lower yardage and lower cost. You're going to see a lot of those clubs. When you play the game, you will have to play multiples of these in order to accomplish what you want. When you do go for a hole, you are going to need one of these putters. So putters in golf, you got to get it in the hole, and every putting card is going to depict a flag. So this is kind of your finisher over here. So you absolutely need one of these putters in order to get that in. And really, they generally don't give you a lot of yards, but they reduce the number of strokes. If you know golf, the less strokes, the better. You also get equipment, lucky hat, and all sorts of other bags and vests and gloves and all that kind of thing. Generally, the equipment is going to be how you manipulate your card draw, hand management, that aspect of deck building. Culling cards will generally be your equipment, so you get some options there. And finally, you get the equipment, or not the equipment, the crew. These tend to stick around, so they will give you an ongoing buff. Sometimes they kind of like hop from player to player. Sometimes the more expensive ones like this one will just give you a constant buff. Add 10 yards to each club card is absolutely excellent. Good luck affording her. All right, so we are ready to fulfill a hole. I'll show you what this bonus card does in just a second. The relevant number here, the most important number, is the yardage. You have to play cards equal to the yardage. This number will indicate how well you did. Doesn't really matter, just gives you a sense of what you want to do. So if you're playing just general chip shot cards, I'm adding 30 yards, which is whatever, but see how many of these I have to play in order to hit 360. That is not going to do it. That is way more than 4. So we're not going to play that. Lucky for me, I've already gone to the market and I've purchased better cards. All right, so here are my better cards with my better yardage. If I had played the chip shot or a similar card, I would just play it and start racking up yardage. There are specialty cards though, so let me go ahead and show you the pitching wedge. Pitching wedge is cheap, but because you're using cheap clubs, it introduces a little bit of a hitch into your game that you have to spend a little bit of extra time to resolve. The game reflects that by using this Duff card. So this would not count in the game, but in the current hole, but it will go into your deck and you'd have to play it if you wanted to shoot for another hole unless you cull it. And there's usually some sort of penalty involved. But you'd still get the whatever that is. All right, so now, not that one. Now I'm going to really knock out some yardage. I got 275 over here, and it shows a horseshoe. A horseshoe indicates pulling from the luck deck. So I play it, and I pull from the luck deck. Sometimes you get something good. Woohoo! Lucky break. Getting the top card of the Pro Shop deck just for free. Woohoo! That is amazing. Or you can have bad luck. Caca! Magpie Mischief. What kind of golf course is this? Minus 75 yards. No! That's not a very good thing. So you can see the game tends a little bit towards the whimsical rather than the serious. Last thing I'm going to play, and this always has to be a part of anything that I play, is the putter. Always close with a putter. They're generally very, very low yardage, if any. This is the basic putter that you can get. There's a whole bunch of copies of them on the bottom of the play area. And they would add a ton of strokes. So you want to try to upgrade these as much as possible, but you might want to just get holes done quickly so that 3-putt is there for you. So then I'll play these cards, and that would add them up. So then that would be 370, according to my math, in 5 strokes. So a little bit 1 over par, which that doesn't really matter. What really matters is the number, 5 points. A couple things happen at that point. First of all, I would take my player card, and I would put that there, indicating that I've gone there and I can't go there again. And if you are first, and this is a 2-player game, so there is a bonus card. There's always one less the number of players. I would just get a card. Woohoo! Wow! Train Gopher, Caddyshack, boom! Free card that goes into your hand. So, goes into your discard, and it will come up in your hand later. All right, so that is how you score. You're going to move through the 9 different holes, and then once somebody completes 9 holes, there will be one last round, and we add up the score. All right, so very quickly, let me show you some aspects of the player area. So this is your deck. That's pretty standard stuff. If I draw my 5 cards, I have my beginning deck, and I play them. Let's say I have to play this whiff. Get out of here. Duff card, don't like you. And I've played, let's say I bought something at the market for 60. Those get discarded. I can use, there is a section here called the caddy card, where I can reserve a card in order to be able to use it next turn. Basically kind of a 6 card in your hand. Your caddy is always useful. All right, so then you also indicate your 9 holes over here. So as you reveal, you're going to be putting the token on the hole as I demonstrated. You're going to be revealing different powers. So like I reveal A says a player may trash up to 1 chip shot for twice its credit value on the turn. So basically, and this is available to everybody. The first person that reveals an A, that every player at the table can do that action of trashing a chip card. Kind of the game's way of pushing everybody forward. Everybody needs to call. The game just says, all right, we'll put in mechanisms to everybody can call. Don't have to specifically focus on it if you don't want to. You're going to play more. You're going to get a B power. The B power says that you can play a recently purchased card onto your caddy, so they're available more immediately. And then C, you can place up to 2 cards. So extra powers that you get, that again, they unlock universally. So one player does it, anybody can get it. And so that you can get better cards earlier and keep the game moving forward. All right, this is the solo mode, which is completely different. Forget everything that I've taught you about the game. It takes the components of the game and refashions it into something completely different, which is a variant of Klondike Solitaire. I have taken all of the whole cards, made them into a deck, and dealt out 3. I have taken all of the club cards in the market, including some starters, and I've made my own player deck, so there's nothing but club cards in here. I have taken the equipment and set that aside. I have taken the luck cards and the duff cards, set them aside as well, and that's all I need to play. So in true Klondike Solitaire fashion, I'm going to begin by drawing 3 cards. And I play them one at a time. So then if I have a card like this, it would have 170 yards. It would go here. I'd be playing the cards on any particular hole. The kick is, just like Klondike, you have to play them in descending order. So the next card is this 8-iron. It would be 110, which is less than 170. I would be fine with that. However, I could not play this 220-yard card over here. I would have to choose to play it somewhere else. Same rules in terms of the duff cards and the luck cards. As you play them, you would pull something, but then it would apply. It wouldn't go into your deck. It would apply to the hole. So this would apply right away. I would gain a top card of the stack, which I'd be able to play immediately. Or if it happened to be one of them lightning bolts, I would get a duff, and then the duff would just play right on there and affect what was going on. On a later turn, I would play 1, 2, 3 cards. Do it again, see what I want it to do. So in this case, I got a chip shot. That would be not a great card to put anywhere because it's the lowest value card. So I just pass and keep going. And do it again and again and again until this deck ran out. These cards will be removed, so the deck is going to get smaller and smaller as I score. And I would note the score on my score pad. Once I go through this deck, let's say I had flipped them all, I had turned them all over into the discard, you would just turn them over, go through the deck again, go through it a third time, add up your score. Any hole that you'd not complete is worth double par, so you would score 6. It's a terrible score on there, but otherwise you were just going to add up your points and see how you did. All right, so I'm ready for a solo playthrough of Duffers. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play 1 round. Normally you would play 3 and see how many you get, but I think 1 round is enough because all you're doing is turning over the deck and playing it again. 1 round is enough to give you a sense for what's going on. All right, so let us play the 3 cards, Klondike style, over here. 90 yards is nobody's friend. Although, I'm going to play it here. I have a really tiny card over here, and I don't want to play any large cards. Remember, I can't exceed 50 yards plus. That would be like 165. So I think I am going to play that, and I'll see what kind of luck, what the luck deck has for me. All right, Lucky Break, gain the top card of the Pro Shop deck. The Pro Shop only has equipment cards. Let's see what I get. All right, it goes on top of the play area. I could play it right here, and I could play it for stuff, which is actually pretty good. So I'm probably going to play this card for yardage. So yeah, let's do that. I'm going to play this card for yardage. So I'll be 120, which is perfect. I'm going to be able to complete this card when I get a putter. Hopefully I get that soon. And I pick this up, a chip shot. So that's great. I'm set up over here, and I start moving along over here, and I got this chip shot. I could probably move this up a little bit just so it's a little bit clearer in the camera. Gonna pass turn and go again. All right, so 280 to 85 is delicious. It's a nice chunky shot. So I think I'm going to get that going. So that over here, lots and lots of yardage is required up there. This is one of the biggest holes. So I think I'm gonna looking good for that. Chip shots just get in the way. They could be good if you're going for like an accuracy kind of later in the hole, and if there's a big stack. But now they're completely useless. That's why you play 3 turns instead of 1. Perfection. So I have a regulation putt. So this is no yards, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to be able to score this. All right. So I have 90 and 30, which is 120, which matches that. It is in 3 strokes, so I have made par. That is really, really nice. So I get to score that and set that aside. And which hole is that? That is hole number A1. Sorry, that camera's not focused on that. Take my word for it. It is A1. So in that, I can put in 3 and go on about my day. All right, so these cards are removed from the game. Ready to be played later. I have another putter over here, which is, I absolutely do not want that because I have nothing on over here. This is 290 yards. Going to want some big hitters. Hopefully some big hitters come up. 150, There are bigger hitters. But I have to kind of like calculate things and keep the deck moving. So we're going to go 150, have 140 there, but I do gain a Duff card. Minus 40. So that is 110 over here. 110 of progress. I can play cards that are 150 and below. It doesn't affect that. It just affects the overall score. All right. So that is 60. It's a piercing wedge. Yeah, I'm not ready for 60 yet. Let's keep on going. Okay, 175. I'm happier with that. And then, wait a minute. I would let me go from 175 to 165 and give me a 215 to open up. So I think this is a run that I'm going to want to take advantage of. Lots of Duff. But let's get, you have to play something in this game. So we're going to play that here. Get some Duff. Another negative 40. And then we're going to play that here, 165, which adds up to 240. Yeah, we're going to go with 240. I think these are pretty big numbers to have them like kind of just staggered up in terms of the adding. So sorry, I'm not the world's biggest kind of head adder in my game in the world. Okay, so this whiff means add 1 stroke. So it'll increase my final score, but it won't affect actually being able to complete the card. All right, yet another Duff card, but it is big yardage, and I want to play big yardage. Okay. Subtract hook. There we go. Not as bad as the slice, so subtract 30 from the total score. All right, so next card is this 60 over here. That's not going to help me too much. I could do better than that. All right, 110, a luck card. I like playing luck cards. Do I push my luck on one of these holes for the 110? Yep, I'm going to do that over here. So it's a nice and close 150 and 110. Let's go ahead and get some luck going. Yeah, lucky break. Plus 50 yards until the end of your turn. All right. So let's see. I do have a putter over here. So let's see if I'm close. So this is 110. 110 is 220. 270. Oh. If it wasn't for that Duff card, I would totally have it. Oh boy. Yeah, so 220, I'm 20 yards short. So this fortunately goes away because I'm going to have to pull the 3 cards. And I would have had to play a putter anyway. If the putter had any yardage on, I would have done it. But it does not. Okay. So then here we go. Ooh, big head driver, 275. Wah, wah. That is totally occupied. All right, here's a putter. So the putter, yeah, I'm not really in range of any of this stuff, so I have to just keep on pulling. 125. Yeah, 125 definitely is going to be of use to me. that is clearly marked for over here. All right, so unfortunately this one doesn't really fit. I don't think I want to stick myself with 120 over here. I may need to, but right now I'm at 370 over here. And I think just, that doesn't give me too many options. What's next? 70. Oh, actually, wow, I would be able to open up a putter. And I think that would, yeah, I'm going to have to do that. So that's the decision of the game, right? This is a suboptimal move, but it would open up other things later. So we're actually going to do that. We're going to put that over here. We're going to see if we can get some more luck. Lucky break until the end of your turn. Ignore the effects of all duff cards. Yeah! That would be over here. So let us recalculate what this is over here. All right, so right now this is 520. And if I played this Miracle 9 iron, that would bring me to 590, which would get me in range to finish this thing. All right, wow, that actually worked out in my favor. Look at that. Cool. So then everything would go away, including the duff card. So I got 1, 2, 3, 5 par. 5 par. That is not terrible in the slightest. Okay, let's move that over here. And this was hole number 8. Remember, there's 9 holes, so this is the second hardest game hole, and that is a 5. Not terrible at all. Okay, so actually that uncovered another putter to be able to address this thing. Am I in range over here? Fortunately, no, I'm at 425 over there. So that's okay, though. I've already gotten 2 out of 9, so I'm not too unhappy with that. All right, so this is a Briar 250. I would be able to knock off a lot of stuff right here. So there actually does have a precondition. Some of the ones you can't really play wood cards, but this is not one. So a hook or a slice card also adds a stroke. Let's see if I can avoid getting duff on there. So I'm going to play 210. And bad luck. All players get a duff. Oh, come on! Boo! I was just going to say. I was not going to get a... Oh, there you go. I said whiff. Doesn't affect my yardage, but it does affect my stroke. Wow. What a reversal. That is terrible. Okay, I have a putter, and I don't have any... But still, I don't have any holes that I'm fulfilling. So, all right. So chip shot, that's not bad now. So it could get me. I think I'm close in a lot of these holes. And 180 would be great to put there. Maybe you have to kind of add it up, and I want to definitely access this putter over here. Oh, sorry about that. I'm a little bit off the camera. So I have a chip shot, and then I have a 3 iron for 180, and then a putter. So I definitely want to try to dig the putter out. So let's see. Okay, so if I play that putter over here, that would add up to a total of 475, which would get this. I would definitely want to get access to this putter, but looking at it, I don't think I can place this card right now. 110 over here. That'll take me way over there. So I guess I have to wait for my next putter. That's not a putter, and I have a lot of big cards over there. So, don't think that's going to do me too much good. Okay. Putter! Oh, yeah. Exactly what I needed to gimme putt. All right. And a nice low putt right here. A putter with 1 stroke is actually kind of excellent. So let's just do that. So it's a 4 par, and I think I'm going to I shot over par over there. But let's see. So 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6 shots. 6 shots in a par 4. What are you going to do? At least I completed it. I take that out. My 4, 6. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. At least I got credit. I am down 3 of 9. All right, so what came out of the deck was a little one, pocket watch, 155. So let's see if I could get a nice Mid-range shot, and I did the 6-iron, and it doesn't give me any screwage or anything like that, so I'm just going to place that one right there. Definitely narrows my choices, so I have low cards over here, and I already have big cards planted, so I need to get things like pitching wedge to come out of the deck. Let's see if I can get that going. All right, the opposite. The exact opposite. Big head driver, get out of here. Same thing. Opposite the fairway wood, you know, like a lot of solitaire games. Sometimes you just have runs where you can't really do much with the card. Okay. All right. So this is actually what I want. I have the putter. I have a chip shot and a putter. I could probably place both. All right. So looking at a calculation over here, I definitely want to play both of these cards. This would leave me 10 short. So I'm like 110. Stupid Duff card. This is 220. Adding it up, it would be 280, 290. I'd be 10 yards short. That is unfortunate. However, I get 140, and then 30 would be 170, and then this putter would keep me within 50, barely. But I'd be able to complete that hole in 3 strokes. It is a 3 par. I'm hitting par so far, people. I haven't gotten a birdie. I don't think it's even possible to get eagles in this game. But whatever. So that is A2, looks like. So for A2, 3. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Okay, we are coming to the end over here. A putter. And a putter with decent yardage. That may be the thing that I need. So let's see. So we got, this is once again, 220, 30, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. Whoa, I got it exact. Oh, there you go. So we are going to complete that one. So we got 150 plus 1. So this is basically 110 over here. 220, 290, bam, 290. I don't know if there's a bonus for completing exactly, but why not? Why not? And it does complete a club, require a club card with between 90 and 130. I did manage to fulfill that, which is 110. No cheating over here. No cheating. So this is 4 shots. It is a 4 par. So once again, I have nailed par. This one is A5. So for A5, that is a 4. So except for this one, that's the only one. Everything else I'm hitting par. So not terrible there. Okay, so let's go ahead and deal yet another one. So I've completed 5 holes so far. I have 3 left. Sorry about that. That should be there. Here you go. Oh, sorry. Okay. Got a putter. Completely and utterly useless for what the board is giving me now. Whatever. And now my last 2 cards. I have a 190. So this would give me luck. 190 and 115 would be a good combination to play somewhere. This is exactly 190. I don't have a putter there. Although, okay, check this out. This is actually neat. Neat little move over here. Okay, hopefully the luck deck doesn't screw me. So this is a 190. This is exactly 190. Bam, done. So then I would reveal the top card of the luck deck. Goose egg. Double the effect of the Duff cards in your hand until the end of your turn. Ha ha! Suck it. There is no Duff cards on this hand over here, so that is useless. All right. So now this 115 over here, I'm going to play that over there. So this would be 3. Nope, too much. Oh, wait. Yeah, it is too much. It is too much. So I'm going to play that over here and hope I kind of nail that a little bit. The reason I want to play this over here is to free up this putter, which would be right there. So then exactly, once again, I'm hitting exactly 190. I hit it in 3 strokes. And this is a A3. Okay. And that is a par 3. And yet another 3. Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm playing like a spectacularly lucky or something like that. Because I've already made it through 6 of the cards. I got nothing left over here. And, you know, that would be the game. So in terms of evaluating final scoring, it's just basically, did you make par? I'm right now above par, so I'd want to try to aim to get below par. But I'm happy with either way. And I think I've accomplished my main goal, which is to demonstrate the solo game for you to see if that is something that you want in your gaming life. So once again, the One Stop Co-op Shop is a presence on YouTube and Discord and podcast and all the places where you enjoy board gaming media content. Go ahead and check us out. Please consider a contribution to our Patreon. Support us in any way you can, even if it's just by commenting or reaching out to us, specifically myself, Peter and Mike, Colin, Steve, and Bernd. We are all very happy to bring you all sorts of gaming goodness as long as we want to and as long as we get the contribution from you guys and the support. All right, so this is Jason letting you know that I will see you at the next stop.